Morning, everyone. Welcome to May the 1st. May the 1st. Can you believe that already? It seems like the year just started. It's already May the 1st. It's a kind of a dreary looking day over here in West Memphis, Arkansas on May the 1st. I wanted to go ahead and get the devotion out to everybody. Finishing up the story that started Tuesday. Remember, there was a woman that had just a jar of oil and her husband had died, and she was alone there with her kids, and she was in a devastating situation. She asked the man of God what she should do, and this is what he told her. In 2 Kings 4, 3 through 7, the Holy Spirit says, "Then he said, Elisha, go borrow vessels from everywhere." Now remember, a jar is what she had, which is a small container of oil. He said to go borrow vessels. These vessels could have been 3-4 feet tall. They held a large amount of whatever they were stored in there. From everywhere, he said, from all your neighbors, empty vessels. Do not gather just a few. So we're talking about more than 3 vessels here. We're talking about quite a few vessels. And when you have come in, you shall shut the door behind you and your sons. This is the kind of thing he wanted her to do in secret. This miracle happened between this widow and God. Then pour it, the jar of oil, into all those vessels and set aside the full ones. Now, what do you imagine was going through her mind when he told her this? So she went from him and shut the door behind her and her sons. She did what Elisha told her to do. In effect, she did what the Lord told her to do, who brought the vessels to her, and she poured it out. Now it came to pass when the vessels were full. So that means that all the vessels they collected, more than a few, this little jar of oil, as she poured it out, filled all of these vessels. When they were full, she said to her son, "Bring me another vessel." And he said to her, "There is not another vessel." So the oil ceased. Then she came and told the man of God, Elisha, and he said, "Go, sell the oil, pay your debt, and you and your sons live on the rest." So remember from Tuesday now, this widow only had a small jar of oil in her possession. She did what Elisha told her to do. In doing that, she did what the Lord told her to do, and her small jar ended up being all she needed to pay off her debt and support her family. Pray to God for wisdom if you are in a similar situation, and take another look at your resources. What may seem like a hopeless situation to you, if you pray to God for wisdom and he gives you wisdom, you may be in better shape than you think. He is faithful. He is the faithful God, and he will provide. Everyone have a safe and a wonderful weekend.